Overview of trade relations between Canada and the US 2000 to 2025. Canada and the United States share one of the largest trade relationships in the world, with billions of dollars flowing between the two countries annually. Over the years, tariff policies have fluctuated due to global economic shifts, political changes, and trade agreements like the North American Free Trade Agreement (NAFTA) and its successor, the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement (USMCA). The general trend has been to reduce tariffs, but certain sectors like dairy, steel, and energy have seen specific tariff challenges. Key sectors for tariffs will look into three sectors where tariff policies have had significant impacts: dairy, steel, and energy. Dairy tariffs. The dairy industry has been a point of contention in the trade relations between the US and Canada for many years. While NAFTA and USMCA have focused on reducing tariffs, Canada has maintained some protectionist policies, especially in dairy. Canada's supply management system. Canada maintains a supply management system for dairy, poultry, and eggs, which controls production levels and imposes tariffs on foreign dairy imports. These tariffs were particularly notable in the dairy sector. USMCA 2019. Under USMCA, Canada agreed to open up some of its dairy markets to US producers. However, Canadian dairy tariffs still apply to certain products. Dairy tariffs comparison 2012 to 25. Canada imposes high tariffs 249%, 298% on milk, 60%, 300% on cheese. On US 2020 post-USSCA. U.S. access to 3.5% of Canadian dairy market, tariffs removed on specific products. Steel tariffs. Steel tariffs between Canada and the U.S. have been a significant point of contention, particularly after the Trump administration imposed tariffs on Canadian steel in 2018. Section 232 Tariffs, 2018. In 2018, President Trump imposed a 25% tariff on steel imports from Canada, citing national security concerns. Canada retaliated by imposing tariffs on U.S. steel and aluminum. USMCA addressed some of these concerns, but the U.S. tariffs on steel remained in place for a while. As of 2021, tariffs on Canadian steel were lifted, but the steel industry still faces challenges related to quotas and dumping issues. In 2018, U.S. imposed 25% tariffs on steel, while Canada had retaliatory tariffs 10% to 25% on U.S. steel. In 2020, tariffs were lifted on both sides as USMCA kicked off. 2025, 25% imposed again by U.S., but likely to be negotiated with Canadian retaliations already announced. Subscribe to this channel and share for more. Energy tariffs. Energy trade between Canada and the U.S. is a vital aspect of their relationship, as Canada is the largest supplier of energy to the U.S., especially crude oil, natural gas, and electricity. Oil and gas tariffs. While Canada and the U.S. have generally had favorable trade terms in the energy sector, tariffs have been rare, as most of the energy flows freely due to NAFTA and USMCA provisions. However, energy infrastructure disputes and regulatory changes sometimes create challenges. USMCA and energy. Under the USMCA, energy trade is largely liberalized, and tariffs on energy products are minimal or non-existent. Nonetheless, ongoing geopolitical tensions occasionally cause temporary trade barriers. Key takeaways. Dairy. Canada's protectionist policies, especially the supply management system, have kept tariffs high. However, agreements like USMCA have slightly opened the market, though tariffs remain on certain dairy products. Steel. Steel tariffs peaked in 2018 with the Trump administration's Section 232 tariffs, but were largely resolved with the USMCA in 2020. However, sector-specific challenges remain. Energy. Energy trade remains relatively tariff-free, with minimal tariffs on oil and gas. The USMCA has ensured that energy trade continues to flow smoothly without significant tariff barriers. This summary covers a high-level view of trade tariff trends over the last 2 decades, focusing on key sectors that have seen the most attention. With the second term of Trump gearing to upset trade imbalance in favor of U.S., retaliatory tariffs will bring both sides to the negotiating table for an amicable resolution. Subscribe to this channel and share for more.